Hi everybody, this is the motorsports people, and I want to speak to the car manufacturers. You know an awful lot about me, I know you do. But there's a guy who's rogue, and there's another guy that I can't talk about. And there's a guy and another guy moving markets and stopping Canada from having its old market. It's got nothing to do with anybody particularly, apart from somebody's hijacked all the fuel and they're giving a fake appearance that electricity is going to cut the mustard. You know, you need a decent combine harvester to cut the mustard. It's a stronger, it's a stronger plant. You can't cut the mustard without a sharp knife on your combine harvester. So, right, let me tell you what I can see. I came up with something a long time ago, and I sent a letter to somebody I can't talk about, but he's in the motor industry, and his name starts with Doctor. Okay? Now, there's also something I can't talk about, and you know, being heads of big car manufacturers, what the Jennies don't let anybody know because they're stuffing us over. You know this terrorism market that goes on fluctuating? They're trying to take the price of metal, but they're forcing everybody to do composites. This Porsche thing is just way out, isn't it? I mean, they put all these composite things in, and they made all these things that are borderline not good enough repairs for the British MOT stations. You see, there's a thing that happened in 1989. So let's just look at the world that we're all car manufacturers, and we need a shopping list for metal, right? 1989, the British government said, and then what really happened was that the armed forces had a certain standard, a minimum standard for NATO supply. That's Foden, ERF, Leyland, etc., etc. And the standard was the British kite mark. It's on every single glass made from, I think it's about 79 all the way through to about 2000 and something. It's still used on cars, the kite mark, you know that? With the safety mark, British standard, the kite mark. They also had ISO approval. You had to have ISO in your workshop. If you didn't have all of these things, the British government said you couldn't buy, you couldn't sell to the British Army. The German equivalent for the Ministry of Transport and the kite mark is TUV. So the criminals in the world have moved the stock market by invading things, and they've employed terrorists to do it. And it looks like it's gone all the way back. OPEC is under the cosh of criminals. OPEC's involved. Now, what am I trying to say to you to do with me and what I do, and you know me? I think I'm going to have to say next video and post another one so I can get the right thoughts through in my cognitive thinking. I was going to talk about the reason why the motor industry had been attacked. I was also going to put through to my findings after the 9/11 bombings. Somebody's claiming that Volvo bought out Leyland, and they didn't. The merger happened with DAF, and it's all around British Aerospace's money. And the merger of what? British Aerospace sold most of the stock, all of the stock from the Rover Group that was available at the time around Rover cars and MG Rover only, from a botched repair of the Labour Party's mess of keeping the British industry apart, together. They messed up big time. The Labour Party did. What's happened? You know the Rover 75? Well, that was the car that the British government pretended that they helped with. I'm sorry, but we're the customers. We helped the car industry, not you. The governments never help anybody. We, the people, are the ones that buy with buying power. And the Rover 75 was a new shape. It was selling really well. And then that thing happened. The German government complained. Yes, it did. What German government? What German government? So, the German government of the left and the right attacked us by saying it was costing Germany too much to underpin BMW, but it wasn't. So, the Rover 75, can you see it in the BMW range? Can you see it in the Mercedes range? Yes, you can. So they took the 75 out that was doing really well. BMW wasn't complaining, but the government was complaining at the cost to the German economy. All the Mercedes fans kicked up and caused BMW all the trouble. German politics. Never mind. I'm thinking about making the 75 again, but slightly different panels and everything. Not a problem.